video here. I've seen a few of you asking about getting a tremolo setting on the Boss DD-500, and I wanted to show you that that is definitely possible. I'm in my home studio, so this isn't my usual setup, but we'll see what we can do. I'm playing a Les Paul gold top with those fancy pickups, playing through a 1969 Carvin solid state amp into a 212 with greenbacks. Only thing on the board that's on is the Blue Sky for a bit of, just a little bit of room reverb, nothing crazy, and the DD-500. There's an unmistakable tremolo type of song. Not really meant for Les Paul, but this is what I've got right now. So here we go. Some important things to note about the settings is we are on the sound effects mode, got the time all the way down to 1 millisecond. I don't believe the note really matters. Turn the bit depth off and the sample rate off. Then it's I guess that means triangle wave. It's all the way up. I want it choppy for this particular song. And then the rate's at 83 for this example. We'll go back to other examples here in a second. Effect level's got to be all the way up. I didn't realize I have modulation, but it's in there, so whatever. Direct level is all the way down. The rest of it I haven't monkeyed with. You can mess with all the EQ-y stuff. And then I've just got it aimed at the center channel. Alright, so if you wanted to, let's talk about a couple things you can do to this patch. If you wanted to add some grit, some overdrive to what we're doing right now, all you gotta do is take this bit depth and go crazy with it. Let's see what that does right there at 8, and then I'll kind of go up with it if that don't sound right. So 8's a little too subtle. Here's 3. So that's 3 on the bit depth. Take that volume down. And then what I also did was it got a little harsh, so I brought the tone down to just about the 9 o'clock position. So to reiterate, this is only the boss making the distortion. Alright, there's some other things you can do that I want to go over here real quick. If you want to, I have that really choppy because that How Soon Is Now song that I was giving the example of, Smiths. If you want to make it more of a subtle, you can take the wave down. So all the way up is super choppy, like a square wave. Going this way makes it more of a sine wave. Taking that number down even further, this is at 11. Then going back up to 100. Here's 100. You can see how choppy it is. Very choppy. So now I'm going back down to 36. Bringing the rate down as well. Here's 65. And also, obviously, if you take the depth down to 47, that'll also make it more subtle. Alright, so I've got it all programmed in. I'm calling it Tremolo. It's just got that sound, you know? So I've got it set up so that I've assigned the tap control as the overdrive. So what it does is it takes the bit depth down. It's also activating the LED, and it's also taking I've got it assigning three things: the bit depth, the LED, and it's also assigning the tone from 0 to 9 o'clock. So it drops the tone down because that bit depth just gets too harsh. I have the first toggle on my custom-made foot switch taking the rate from 80 to 65, and I've got the second toggle taking the depth from 75 to 100. So let's go through all those things and see what they're doing. First of all, let's try the distortion. I'm sorry, I'm holding my camera, so I have to just play it open on the guitar. So here we go. Now let's look at, that sounds better with like a real chord, by the way. It sounds kind of honky with the, now let's look at the foot switch, going from 80 to 65. And then the depth going from 75 to 100. So it gets choppier. Kind of subtle, it's more noticeable, I think. So now let me play this with some chords. So I'm going to be doing all those same buttons, just now playing.
Yeah.